At one time, there were no public schools in America. Children from wealthy families were educated at home. Most received no formal instruction at all. It wasn't until 1647 that Massachusetts established the first public schools to ensure that learning would flourish and grow. Many early Americans recognized the need for an educated population. Nation founders like Thomas Jefferson trusted in the belief that the survival of democracy and the new young republic of the United States depended on public education. And so the country embarked on the path to an educated nation. But there were still many challenges ahead for the American teacher. The very first schools were held in a one-room schoolhouse. Teaching in a one-room schoolhouse had its own set of challenges. The schools were comprised of one room because they had to be managed by a single teacher. Students from as young as 5 years old all the way up to 8th grade were instructed in this one room, and it was the job of the teacher to ensure that every student received instruction on his or her grade level. The social expectations for teachers at this time were also challenging. They were required to uphold certain standards and behave in ways that were deemed socially appropriate for the time. For example, male teachers could take one evening per week to go courting, and 2 evenings if they went to church regularly. Female teachers were required to stay unmarried, and if they did marry, they would be dismissed. The job had some perks though. The teachers who performed their teaching duties faithfully and fulfilled all social expectations for 5 years would be given a pay increase of 25 cents per week. Although the difficulties we face as teachers today in a Deer Park ISD classroom may be different from what a Deer Park teacher would have faced 100 years ago, we still have challenges to overcome. We are challenged daily to devote ourselves to our students so that we may capture their hearts and instill a love of learning in their minds. We are challenged daily to be an educational and emotional support to each student we encounter. You may be the only person in a child's life that listens and truly believes in him or her. The Deer Park Education Foundation believes in helping Deer Park ISD teachers meet these daily challenges by supporting their efforts through grants. The Deer Park Education Foundation is awarding 124 grants totaling $256,345 for the 2018-19 school year. To date, over $2.5 million has been donated to Deer Park ISD teachers through the foundation. With the help of the Deer Park Education Foundation, we can be equipped to meet the daily challenges we face to ensure that we have a positive impact on the life of each and every child who leaves our classroom. By doing this, we, like those early teachers preceding us, leave our legacy to our community, our country, and our world.